So Kyrié, what are the degrees of ageism?
Absolutely. This is an awesome question because this is something that comes up a lot for me when I'm teaching about ageism. I start to teach about ageism and I inevitably get the person who's like, I'm not ageist. I love old people. They're adorable, which is really ageist. It's very demeaning. And you might know an older person who is adorable, but that it's not their age that makes them adorable. There might be something about them that's endearing and that you love them, and you just wouldn't say that, about, you wouldn't be like, I love gay people, they're adorable. Like, we're like, no, that's like not okay. Like, you can't make blanket statements about groups of people. But there's a lot of, so that would be what I would call benevolent ageism, is people with really big hearts really trying to do the best they can, but then honestly reinforcing this bias. So like in the like, I love them, they're so cute, it's taking power away from older people and saying that their only value is in being, cute, like granny. Also in benevolent ageism, we see this a lot in families where someone thinks that they know what's best for an older family member. And rather than conferring with that family member for, that person who is a full grown adult, allowed to make their own decisions. And even if they're living with cognitive change, I guarantee you, even if they're not using words that you and I are using, there are ways to communicate, to understand what is desired, and to carry out those wishes. So anytime, even with the best of intentions, that we are stripping people of choice because of their age, or we're lumping them into a reduced category, even if it is something, even if it's a positive stereotype, they still hurt, because they're still reducing someone and a whole group of someone's to one idea. So I would say that's the like lightest form of ageism. Another version on the other end is like, this happens to, I used to actually start a lot of my talks with, no, you didn't walk into how to use your iPhone. We're actually going to be talking about aging today, because so many people assumed, because of, I'm a millennial, that I'm good at tech. I'm not good at tech. I do have experiences with it that maybe, earlier in my life than some other people, but I guarantee you that trope even is going to shift to Gen Z pretty quickly, where they're going to be the ones that are good at tech, because it's just the generation that grew up with whatever the most modern tech is naturally knows how to use it a bit better. So that's sort of benevolent ageism, even if it's someone trying to say something positive, but it still is reinforcing these stereotypes. And so that's, it's benevolent, it's light. And then I would say there's a scale all along. You're going to see some stuff in the middle, like job discrimination, which is really causing some direct impact on people's livelihoods, their ability to live in the place and manner of their choosing. There's a bunch of stuff in the middle, and it's going to go all the way to malignant ageism. So this is going to be ageism that is actually deadly. And we're going to see ageism that's deadly in the doctor's office when, a doctor has some unchecked bias and chalks something up to someone's age versus looking for an underlying cause that actually is treatable. That happens all the time. Not bad doctors, it's bad training, and it's an ageist society, right? So like, we do need to, I want to be really clear when I'm talking about malignant ageism, that most people who work with older people do so definitely out of a big heart and out of wanting to make a difference, but we need to be really careful where this malignant ageism can show up too. So it shows up a lot in long-term care as well. Even just the way that what we believe is acceptable. I could go down a whole rabbit hole of that, of the structures of long-term care, the institutionalization of it, how damaging that is to the human spirit and soul. And I'll just say it one more time: this is not about the people who work in these fields, but about the structures that are in place that reinforces ageism to the point that it actually precipitates death sooner.